Episode 397. Thank you all for listening to episode 396, Push Berry Cut, Part 1. I am Bucky, here with my co-host.
If you added a Y to the end of my name, it would be Barry.
Oh, well, I got a Y sound, so I guess I'm just Kode.
And Dubb.
Dubby. So, thanks to Wes Anderson for moments of time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Work Clothing, the first sponsor of Over the Line Podcast. Thank you, Brandon. Visit allworkclothing.com. Mention Over the Line Podcast. He will hook you up with that deal. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not
Hilton Head Island.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve, of course, big financial supporter of the show. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, you know where to go. Datingtransformation.com. Get that free consultation from Connell. And in the meantime, go to Amazon.com and get the book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't.
So before we get into PGA, let's talk about the LIV golf, live live golf, whatever the hell they want to call it. Was it live golf?
I call it live. It's easier. I don't call it LIV. I think that's stupid. I say live.
So Charles Schwartzel wins $4 million as the individual.
$500,000.
Well, he won $4 million as the individual, and then $750,000 on top of it as the group. And they destroyed everybody. But like you brought it up, they had three guys in the top 100. Or I don't know if they were top 100, but three PGA guys.
Yes, absolutely. Brandon Grace might be out of it, but Schwartzel and
Oosthuizen,
Louis definitely are. And the other guy actually was second in their group, the no name. So yeah, he showed up and did well. I think he ended up finishing second. I didn't watch.
Yeah, he did. He finished second. But so he won $4.75 million. How long did it take him to get that before? Like 2 years?
That's what I'm looking up. Just I want to see his money on the PGA that he made. He did win the Masters. Schwartzel is a Masters champion, so that's probably about $2 million right there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up and see his career money earnings. See if I can find that. So
yeah, well,
go off that, and I'll find that and figure this out.
Yeah, while you're looking at that, so LIV golf, their first event was in London. Schwartzel won. He was 7 under.
20.9 million he's made on the PGA Tour, and he turned pro in 2002.
20 years, made 20 million.
20 years on the tour. So he made a million a year pretty much on the tour is what he averaged, which is good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And just made damn near a quarter of his career earnings.
Made a quarter.
3 days.
3 days.
Yep. And so he was 7 under overall. He was 2 over on the final round. Henny to play. I don't even know how to say his name, but he was 6 under even on Saturday. And then Brandon Grace was 5 under, which made him 5 under overall, which is pretty interesting how they do the team. Like I figured it out how they do the team scoring. So the first day they take the top 2 guys' scores from the first 2 days. So Schwartzel had a 65. So he was 5 under, and Henny had a 66. So he was 4 under. So they were 9 under after day 1. And then day 2, they took those guys' scores again, and Les Oosthuizen, I can't remember he shot a 69. So they took those 2 guys again. And so they were 4 under and 2 under that day. So they added 6. So they were 15 under. And then the next day, Henny was even. Brandon Grace was 2 over. Brandon Grace was 5 under. And then Henny was even. And then Louis Oosthuizen was even. So it was just 5 under additional. So they were like 21 under as a team, and 20 or 21 under. And they won. The next team was like 5 under. Something ridiculous. So it's pretty neat how they did that group scoring. But yeah, so the 3 of the 4 guys were the top 3 for the team, and then Louis Oosthuizen was 12th.
Yeah, they were 20, and the next closest was 6 under.
Yeah, there you go, 6. So just unreal. $4 million to him for winning, and I think Henny got he got 2-something million, didn't he? For finishing second.
Yeah, I think so. I'm seeing where they put the money. I say the leaderboard, but they don't have money on here. They should put the money next to it. See, that's why they're going to go out of business in a couple of years. They can't even do that right.
Speaking of which,
Well, the prize money determines which part of the body got
there you
sawed
go.
off.
I found it. Henny got 2,125,000. Add another 750,000 of that, so 2.8 million. And then Brendan Grace.
He probably hasn't even made 750,000 in his career.
Brendan Grace got 1.5 million for finishing tied for third, and Peter Uline, okay,
Yep.
he got 1.5. So Brendan Grace had 750,000 of that, so he got 2,250,000. Just unbelievable. Top three guys all over 2 million.
I like how the team that Dustin Johnson was on looks like they straight stole that. They stole that logo from the Braves.
Oh, the four aces.
That A looks like it's the Atlanta Braves.
And then Louis, who finished 10th and played like shit. First off, he got 516,000. At 750 that he got 1 point. It's just so stupid. 1.2 million just for that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Rory won the RBC and won 1.5 million.
Yep. And he had to play 4 days and beat everybody. And then he's been shitting on Live Golf since then.
Shit on Norman, shit on them all. I love it. He's going to be the leading. He's like, oh man, who is the leading? And he's like Eric Bischoff against the whole ECW and the Crusading. Hates him so damn much. I love it.
He's like Bruce Pritchard against Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, I mean, pretty close. But I mean, that's fine, dude. Like you said, a lot of these guys are coming out and pretty much saying that, but they're also saying whatever. It's these guys' calls. They can do what they want. I don't think they're bashing their fellow golfers as much as they're bashing Norman and the LIV is pretty much what it's come down to. But even, I mean, if you saw what Rahm said today, he's like, I could literally retire today and nothing would happen. He said he talked to his wife. So they must have offered him money because he said, would we live our lives any different if I had another $400 million? She's like, nope, not at all. He goes, exactly. He goes, so why? He goes, I'm playing for the prestige. I want to play for the majors where all the legends played. I'm not playing for money. He goes, I could literally retire today and never touch a golf club again. I'd be set the rest of my life. He's like, I don't need that money. So again, it's everyone has different personalities, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong. Eventually it'll all go away. Eventually it will, but it's just so hot right now because that's all they question. Someone made, it was Brooks. Brooks got pissed because they kept asking him in the press conference. He goes, stop talking about it. He goes, it's the U.S. Open this week. He goes, there's not an LIV tournament. He said, I don't want to hear it. He said, I don't want one more question or I'm not talking anymore about the LIV. He goes, we're talking about the U.S. Open. That's what's happening this week. It's got to get annoying for those guys, getting
right.
the same question every time.
Yeah. Does everybody want to know who's the third man? Basically, it's going to be.
It was Bryson DeChambeau. That was the third man.
Nah, that's 6. We need a third man.
The one, yeah, well, he's the one that came out in February and said that he wasn't going to play in this. And he said that the only way that you'll know it's from me is if you hear from me and my team. And it came out on like Sports Illustrated. And he never said a word, but everything's inked. Isn't that funny? He's a tease.
Well, what we talked about was, the public investment fund, the sovereign wealth fund of Saudi Arabia is what helps fund this. I was like, I wonder how much money's in this. And, I told you guys, went and looked, $600 billion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, could you imagine that though? You got to think, right? So don't get me wrong. I'm sure everyone that's invested in this is very, very rich. So it's not going to hurt them. But could you imagine someone with your money saying, I'm starting a golf league. Fuck it. We're just going to pay people a shit ton of money. Like, I'd be like, do I want money in this?
Well, right. And the Prince Prince controls it and, it's a lot of money in there, but they've got, I was just reading, they've got, $2 billion in additional backing, to become a complete full breakaway super league from 2024 is what Greg Norman's saying, which they'll be able to do it. But, as we talked about,
$400 million guaranteed contracts add up to $2 billion really fucking quick.
Yeah. Oh, they'll get him. But like Tiger, they offered
it's
him
only 5, right?
Right.
They can't pay everyone that money.
I was
They
saying, but
offer-
who else is worth that much money though?
Well,
I mean, is there
they,
anybody
they
besides?
could get Tiger. Tiger's the gold standard. But if they can get
They
Justin
won't.
Thomas, they won't get Tiger. They won't get Justin Thomas. They won't get
Rahm.
Rory. They won't get Rahm.
Brooks would be up there. Brooks would probably worth about Dustin Johnson money, probably a little more, maybe a little younger. But Brooks probably maybe like 200. Rory, he'll never. I mean, if Rory being the third man, that would be it right now.
Right.
He's talking.
But that's the thing.
That would be wild.
He's the face of the company right now. Turns heel. He's the whole token of the group.
Right. And then, I mean, you could afford to pay Rory, or some other guys $100 million if you got names coming. I mean,
I get it. These guys got money, but that's balls to sit there and have someone call you and say, hey, by the way, I'm going to offer you a $500 million guaranteed contract. You got to play 14 events a year. Oh, and by the way, that's without you even winning tournaments. That's just coming to show up. I mean, that's could you imagine not signing that thing?
Nope, because I'm signing it.
You see, Rory, couldn't you see that happening too? They're just, you get Bobby Heenan. Rory's coming out into the golf, like, whose side is he on?
Oh, shit. I mean, I think the next couple of guys you're going to see like Ricky Fowler, Justin Rose. You're going to see some of the older guys.
Somebody like Scotty Scheffler would do it. Who's your number one guy?
I don't think so.
I mean, career-changing money, young guy, not really like a Rory or Spieth quite yet. I mean, he's a top guy, but he's not known yet.
I mean, he just won like $8 million this year already.
That's true. And he's probably going to win the 15. What is it, 15 million now, FedEx Cup?
FedEx Cup too. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think he will. I think he's kind of that same guy. Same thing with Spieth. I don't think he'd go. I don't see those guys. I don't see those guys going to go over there.
Yeah, but Scotty Scheffler's 966 points ahead of second, which is Sam Burns.
Yeah, and these are. I just think that the guys who have done that and they're in this scene and they're top up there right now. I don't think they want to, because I mean, you also are getting a lot of free money sponsor. I mean, not free money, but once you come here, you're losing sponsors too. So granted, it's all guaranteed money, but I'll tell you what, it would be tough to turn down a big old 9-figure contract, guaranteed money. But
I'll go, like you said, go out and shoot 90 every week.
That's what
make 120,000.
That's
fine.
Was that just to you, or did I text the group? I think
that was a group.
We could play, 4-man scramble against these guys. We'd have our own little team. And they could pay us, last place is 120,000, right? So we split that 4 ways. So we're each getting 30,000 a person, no matter what, each week, right?
Yeah. 8 tournaments, 240 grand, done for the year.
And I mean, give us $1 million. We'll split it. So we'll take a 250K guaranteed just to show up. And we'll play a 4-man scramble. And our 4-man scramble counts as a singular number. And wherever our group ends up, that's where we are. Because, I mean, on these courses, and with Dubb, we're not shooting more than 76. There's really only 3 of us.
Well, we could get Parrott as his sub.
I watched Dubb hit one behind him.
Dubb could be our coach. He could be our coach. Well, he'll be our announcer. Yeah, he's our billionaire Ted. He'll be our personal announcer, and he'll be our. I could see him out there. Couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Who the hell am I thinking? What's his? Why can I not think of his name? He's been in the news all the last time, playing at the casino, smoking cigs, drinking beer.
John
Daly. Thank you. He's our John Daly. He's not going to play. I saw a video of John Daly.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone out there yet. That's
right. Funny. He rolled up on the course. I was laughing my ass off. He pulls out. He's drinking a beer. Pulls out his pack of cigarettes. Says, "Where's the first tee and what's the course record?" And just lights up and starts drinking more. I'm like, God damn, man, this guy's no joke.
He's the best.
So as we lead in, we'll keep covering LIV golf as time goes on.
Their next tournament isn't until July 30th, I think.
Yeah, it's a while.
And you get a month-long layoff?
Yep.
Or maybe it's June. Maybe it's June 30th. Sorry, June 30th. My apologies. June 30th to July 2nd. They'll be in Portland.
Yeah, they're coming to the States.
I mean, just to start this one, they're pretty much playing one a month.
Yeah, and then the eighth tournament, which is the final one's a team. So they redraft the teams every event, right?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna find out as time goes on, and then I know there's the last tournament of the year. If you're to be on a team, you have to have played in at least 3 events. So Bryson's playing in the next one, so he'll be eventually when we get to the final, we'll see what happens because they go to Portland. I see Bedminster's on there, Boston,
and Patrick Reed will be on the next one. Who else? There's one more I think who wasn't quite there. There'll be a couple more. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a couple more guys that are going to come over.
Yeah,
U.S. Open.
They have 3 events in October, though, so it ends in Miami on October 27th through the 30th, and that's a season-ending team championship. And that a lot of these I know are at the Trump course. That's a Trump National in Miami.
Yeah.
Yep. And then is it Portland or Boston that's another Trump course? Or no, Bedminster's the Trump course. That's the other Trump course.
Yeah, I think Boston is the Boston used to be where they played. I think at the Deutsche Bank or whatever it used to be.
Oh, this would be good. So I saw in the odds as we go into the U.S. Open and golf for this week that some of the guys like DJ and Louis Oosthuizen were like on the U.S. Open, for betting odds. Are any of these guys playing in it?
Yep, all of them are.
Really?
This is a USGA event. It's not a PGA event.
So they can play in it.
Well, that, and then I seen that all this live stuff came together so quick they didn't even have a chance to enforce anything, even if they wanted to. So whatever they're gonna do, it probably won't take effect until 23, either the 23 season or the 24 season.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that, so technically, the only master that they won't be able to play in is the PGA Championship. Everything else, the Masters is not a PGA, and
because that's the FedEx Cup, so they're all kicked out of the FedEx Cup essentially, right?
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, they won't be in that. They'll be done. And then the British Open, the Open is, I think that's whatever the RBC, the Royal Bank, or whatever the Royal Bank of Scotland or some RNA, something like that. So yeah, the only major that they won't be able to play in is the PGA Championship. It's the only one held by the PGA. All the other ones have nothing. I mean, the PGA doesn't. So these guys will still be, if the Masters isn't invite only. So Augusta will still have to invite them. But yeah, the Open Championship and the US Open, these guys will probably be invited to forever, be my guess. I don't think they're going to care. They're going to want the money too. They don't these guys. I mean, they want Phil the Thrill this week.
So when they do the Tour Championships where they do the FedEx Cup, right? That's where they end. So is that a PGA Tour event?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Any of these normal events is all PGA Tour stuff. This is all Tour. It's just the majors, really. Those are the ones that aren't.
Perfect. Well, going into last week, RBC Canadian, what happened before we go into the U.S. Open?
Rory there was a lot of low scores on Sunday, but Rory ended up shooting 62 to win the tournament by 2 over Tony Finau, 4 over Justin Thomas. And Justin Rose actually shot a 60 to get up there tied 4 and tie Sam Burns at 14 under. So pretty good tournament this last week. A lot of low scores on Sunday, which is always fun to see, especially coming into the U.S. Open week where you're going to see a lot of high scores. So yeah, Rory takes it, gets win number 20, is it 21, I think, or 22, whichever one passed Greg Norman and then gave him that little subtle shot, which was beautiful. Thought it was hilarious, even though that's Dubb's all-time favorite golfer. But yeah, Rory up back on top of the leaderboard, playing well, and going to the U.S. Open.
I'm going to see more Greg Norman's clothes at Costco. Hey, man, he's got some good golf pants. I'll give him that.
Good for an old man, I'm sure.
Yep.
And then, yeah, the U.S. Open this week is literally at a place called the Country Club. That's the name of the golf course, the Country Club. It's also been around since like 1726 or something. I'm kidding. I think it was like 1890s or whatever is when it came about. Well, yeah, one of the oldest, 1882, actually, one of the oldest golf courses in the United States, Brookline. It's in Brookline, Massachusetts. We'll be starting on Thursday. So when you hear this, definitely be early. I think the first tee time is like 6:45 a.m., which is wild. Should be a good course. I think par 71, longer course. It's really going to benefit a longer driver with a good putter, which is kind of tough because there's not many of those in the game right now. But that's what you're going to be looking for. These greens are super crazy, a lot of slopes, very undulated. So it's going to be very predicament of a good putter and a guy who can stay out of the rough as well, because that rough's going to be long this week. So you got to have a longer, accurate driver, and you got to have a hot putter coming here to play. The last major that was here was the U.S. Open in 1988, and Curtis Strange won that over Nick Faldo, won at 6 under. The women's amateur's been here. The U.S. men's amateur has been here, which actually Matt Fitzpatrick won back in 2013. And this was the place where they had the 1999 Ryder Cup, where the U.S. had a huge comeback in the ugliest shirts in the world. And Justin Leonard made the game-winning putt to beat Europe. So a lot of course history here. Another U.S. Open was 1963, where Julius Boros beat Arnold Palmer in a playoff. So good shit right there. Good shit.
Good shit.
I think should be a good tournament this week, though. Should be pretty good.
My research is correct as well. This is the first tournament since 2013, so 9 years since they've been back here.
There hasn't been a any event here. So
I was trying to find who's won here, who's played well here, and that's when I saw Patrick won in the amateur in 2013. That's the last time they've been there. So
yeah, and I'm sure the course has changed over that time. I didn't look in to see what would have happened, but 9 years ago is a long time to not change up the course at all. I'm certainly sure they did. I think there's only 2 par 5s on the course, and there's one super short par 3. It's like 131 yards, which would be pretty cool. But they say that green is crazy. So you're gonna have to take advantage of your par 5s, and then hope you can muster up a couple birdies on par 4s and just kind of grind out pars all day. That's the U.S. Open. It's always how it is. It's what you got to do. Even par at the U.S. Open's a really good score, but I would guess scores this week winning score will be somewhere in between 6 and 8 under. Be my guess. It's supposed to be hot, so the ball should fly further as well.
So will be interesting. And just to update the standings real quick, I'm at a solid 27. Bear is at 33.7 in second place. So I'm at 620 points. Bear's at 775. So I have a 155-point lead right now. Still some time left. All it takes is a couple of missed cuts, and you're right back in it, like Dubb did last year. Parrot got a Mike, where is Parrot? Is who his pick was last week. So he got a 71. He's in fourth now. Cody's at 36.7, Parrot 37.8, Dubb 40.1. This week, I am your first pick, so I am going to go with a guy that has traditionally played in majors very well in his career, especially the last few years, and I think he's won 1 or 2 at this point. Give me Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he's got 2 majors. And I was actually going to take him as well if you didn't. So I am going to go with the last major winner at the PGA Championship. I'm going with Justin Thomas this week. We're going to save Colin for the Open Championship, where he should play well also. But yeah, give me just Tim Thomas, because Gray can't spell for shit.
It's Sung J.M.'s kid.
Justin Thomas credible. Yeah, Rory had a good duel this week, so hopefully he can keep playing some good golf, and he's got the game. He's got the game if that putter can stay hot.
All right, Parrot took Shane Lowry. Cody, what do you got?
I'm going with Xander's. Oh yeah, Xander's Souffle.
Xander Schauffele, good pick.
It's a good pick this week. He's kind of under the radar of everybody for his last couple debacles.
And Dubb.
I'm going to go with kind of a sleeper, but playing some good golf lately. Give me Davis Riley.
It's a good pick. I've been waiting to see when I'm going to take him. I don't know yet.
I think I took him. Yeah, I took him with Zalatoris and the 2-man.
Yep, I like the pick.
And ever since then, he's been playing really well. I think that got his confidence up in that tournament because he missed like 3 or 4 cuts before that, played well with him there, and has been hot ever since. So that'll be good.
All right, moving over to NASCAR. Me and old Bear got victories again. We won with Chastain, and now we win again with good old Daniel Suarez. So we've got now combined, we got what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins on our picks.
Yeah, we probably should have been betting on NASCAR this year.
Fuck, right? I know. We'd be doing well if we took people's picks.
I mean, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks out of what, 14, 15?
Yep.
We're winning 33% of the time. That's a pretty good return. And I don't think any of the guys that we picked have been favorites. I don't know.
No.
Ross definitely wasn't. Hamlin maybe at Richmond would have been up there. I don't think he would have been the full-on favorite because he was racing like shit. Ross definitely wouldn't have been at Talladega. Chase would have been up there at Dover, but the top guy probably would have been Larson or something. And Suarez probably was well down the list here at Sonoma. So yeah, we probably could have had some money come back on some of these guys.
But instead, we'll try to bet now and we won't even win another race the rest of the year. So that's what happens.
That's how it works.
So you're at 197. I'm at 210. So you're 13 ahead of me. Ryan Blaney got a 6 for Kode. Cole Custer, Cole Husky brown hair Custer got a 21 for Dubb. And Parrot with Bubba Will Last, 36. Bubba Wallace. This week, Parrot is taking Kurt Busch. I will tell you that at Nashville.
You guys can make your picks. There's no race this week. They're off for Father's Day. They're not racing until the 26th. So I'm not picking until next week.
Yeah, I'm not picking either. So,
well, I'm gonna leave my pick because as of before.
Wait, leave Parrot's pick.
Yeah, good point. Because then we
He's
won't
not
have
going
one.
to pick again.
Yeah, so I'm taking Recce Spinhouse. I've actually got, I don't even care at this point. I've got all my drivers picked for all the way back to Christopher Bell. I've had every driver picked since that point. So I've already got them all listed, and I'm sticking with it.
I'm just kidding. I know who I'm going to pick at Nashville. We can talk about it more next week, but I'm going to go with William Byron at Nashville.
Well, you can see my question mark for Watkins Glen. The dinger, question mark. If he's in, I'm taking him.
If not, it's going to be Joey Hand.
It's a hand.
Who Dubb probably should have taken because I think
we told him to take Joey Hand.
I think he finished above Custer, if I'm not mistaken.
Because it's a hand.
Hand was 20th. You would have got 20 instead of a 21.
Should have taken Joey Hand.
It's a hand.
I
They're top 10 and had a late spin. But
what'd you say, Dubb?
I said I'm good. I mean, Cole Custer runs every week, so
right.
It can be a guy that I can pick later on.
Yep. So we'll give the ECHL update. The Florida Everblades are your champions, and they won 4-1 against Toledo. Bear gets tickets to next year, so good luck for that.
Yeah. Yep, that sucked. But once you lose game 4 after taking the lead with a minute and a half left and letting up a goal of 20 seconds and losing in overtime, it was over from there. As much hope as I had for them to win on Saturday, I knew that they weren't winning that game. That's just too deflating.
Yep. So they're your Kelly Cup champions. And if we go to the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning finished off the Rangers. So you got Tampa Bay and Colorado, Tampa Bay Lightning, Colorado Avalanche. Colorado looking to dethrone your back-to-back defending, undisputed Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning. So it should be that could be some damn scoring all the time.
It's going to be an offensive series, that's for sure. That's going to be fun. Definitely make sure you watch that because they're going to have some really good games. But I'm the only one left and running for a trophy there. So go Avs.
Are you the only one left?
Dubb had the Lightning as the runner-up.
Ah, he did. So we've got
So Dubb could technically be right.
yeah, that they're a runner-up.
Yeah, the runner-up. I hope he is.
What, Dubb?
I think I picked Vegas to win.
You did.
All people did.
Playoffs.
You picked Vegas. Kode picked Vegas. I picked Florida. I was talking about the ECHL when I said Florida, and that was it. I mean, the Panthers, they did win the President's Cup. They just couldn't do anything in the playoffs, which is, I mean, that's Stanley Cup playoffs. Hottest team usually doesn't win.
It's always how that works.
Yep. So should be interesting. When's game one?
Tomorrow, Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday.
So tomorrow. We're recording on Tuesday this week. So last night was game one. Go Avs. They won 7-4.
An avalanche.
I'll say they're going to come out a little slow. I say 3-2. I don't know. Actually, I got to check. I don't know who home ice there.
I think the Avs do, don't they?
I would think so. I think they were the higher seed, but
They were.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure. Yes. Yep. They are in Colorado. So the 15th, the 18th, the 20th, the 22nd are your first 4 games. It's very odd that they have 3 games or 2 games or 2 days technically in between game 1 and 2, and then they have a travel day and then another day, and then you're back on the road. That's weird.
Huh.
The finals must be the 17th. I bet the NBA finals would play the 17th, don't they?
They play. I can't even remember when they play next. They're going back to Boston.
Or the
So they don't play
16th. Or the
tonight or tomorrow.
16th.
So they play. Yeah, they play the 16th, I believe. Yeah,
It's
because
the 18th. Is the 18th Sunday or Saturday, isn't it?
so they play Thursday,
Yeah,
which is
that's
the
why.
16th, and then they'll play Sunday, right?
Yeah, you better hope
Yeah.
that Sunday.
Yeah, good luck. They going into
they'll
basketball.
they'll go to Boston and beat them.
That's
Those
what
were
I'm saying.
pretty brutal last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good luck, because they're going back to Boston now, and they're the series is kind of likely end in Boston with on Thursday. Thankfully, I won't. Well, thankfully and unthankfully, I'm not going to see it because I'll be very busy at the time. But
I mean, if I'm the Celtics and you tell me that, hey, in game 5, you're going to hold Steph to 0 threes, I'm thinking, okay, we just won game 5. We're going back to game 6. We're going to seal it. And because I think if I'm correct, he broke his streak of a 3 and
This is
playoffs, correct?
first time since 18.
yeah, it's the first time. The
232
first game.
games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's if you tell me that you're gonna hold him to no threes, I mean you're thinking you're winning that game.
Oh, for sure.
Whew. I was just shocked. I didn't watch a second of it.
Yeah.
I forget what I'm doing, but
Wiggins embarrassed them.
I watched the whole thing last night.
I saw that and I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
No,
Maple
Wiggins
Jordan.
embarrassed him.
I mean, he's playing his best. He's playing his best of his career right now. You got Steph, obviously the best shooter in the league. You got Clay that you got to deal with. You got Jordan Poole, who's not playing bad. You got Wiggins, who's playing probably the best of his career right now. And hey, you got Draymond Green you got to worry about. But
And he hasn't been shit.
yeah, but
He's fouled out 3 of the
He
5
just
games.
hasn't been. Yeah, but he's still been an impact on the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a
He
disruption.
was yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a disruption. And when Boston is shooting 60% from the free throw line, that doesn't help either.
well, Grandpa Al can only do so much.
Yeah, but when your top guys, Tatum, Brown, those guys are missing foul shots left and right, that's not getting you anywhere. And you get Udoka getting teed up, you get Smart getting teed up. They're just giving it away.
Yeah.
And they came back in the third quarter. They were down quite a bit at halftime, came back, tied it up, took a lead. And then what deflated that was the 3-pointer that was made at the buzzer at the end of the third. Then it changed right back. Warriors took over and just came out and steamrolled them in the fourth. It was not fun to watch as I sat here just yelling at the screen projector. So, but I mean, to be expected. You know, they went in the underdog. It's cool they're there. Sucks they'll probably lose, but you know, it is what it is. They're still, like we said, game 6, hoping they can pull it out, and then somehow you got to go to Golden State and try to win again. And Golden State's 11-1 at home in the playoffs this year. So,
Cavs did it.
True. This is true.
Draymond Green also got suspended though.
In game 6 and 7, I don't recall that.
He got suspended game 6.
5.
Was it 5? They could have killed him in 5. They should have won in 5.
Yeah, and the Cavs would have beat him the year before if Kyrie's leg didn't snap. So we can play this game all day. That's how life works. And then remember they had to go out and get Kevin Durant because they couldn't beat him alone because Steph Curry isn't clutch. Besides one game,
they won 2 without him. Kevin
Finally.
Durant needed the Warriors more than the Warriors needed Kevin Durant.
finally had one.
Steph Curry has averaged in the finals more points than Russell, Jordan, Kobe, and Magic. And I believe there's somebody else. And people got the nerve to create some narrative that he's not clutch. Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
The only reason why he didn't get the MVP, the finals MVP the year Iguodala got it, was the same reason Kawhi Leonard got it, because he held LeBron under 35 points average. Like, LeBron averaged 32 points in the finals, and they give Iguodala finals MVP.
So what has he done without the Warriors?
Like, come on, man. Who? Durant?
Yes.
Sitting at home with us.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, they didn't need Durant that much. They needed him, but they didn't need him like Durant needed them. Or yeah, like Durant needed the Warriors.
Well, that's true. I didn't say that. I was just saying that obviously they did because they couldn't beat the Cavs, healthy Cavs. They didn't. I mean, you lost Kyrie in game 2 of that series. The first one. And the Cavs lost in 6, I think. Then they came back the next year, down 3-1, won that one. And I don't give a shit that Draymond got suspended for one game. That don't mean shit.
They beat him the first time.
That's what I just said. Without Kyrie.
So
They didn't have a full team. So then
man,
with a full team, 2 healthy teams went at it. They lost. Then Durant went there. Then they won in 5 or sweep or whatever it was. I don't remember.
they swept him.
That's just what I'm saying. No, Durant. Durant was MVP of that series. Durant dropped like 8 every game. He was insane. He couldn't miss.
Was the best basketball player born in Akron showed up that series. That's why.
Which one?
Talking
I mean,
about
I'm not even
Stephen
gonna
Wardell Curry.
not
Wardell
even gonna
Stephen Curry.
dignify that with a response.
Talking about Mr. Stephen Curry.
Mr. 0 for 9. Best shooter of all time was 0 for 9. He had no night. Best shooters of all time don't go 0 for 9.
From 3-point range. 3-point range, he went 0 for 9.
The best 3-point shooter of all time went 0 for 9 from 3-point range.
I'm sure there's nights Ray Allen and Reggie Miller did it too.
In the finals?
I'm sure Ray did it. Reggie only went to the finals once. And he got swept out.
Well, it's not Reggie's fault. He was an old man.
He wasn't an old man.
He was like 33 then, wasn't he? That was later in his career. When was that? Like 2001?
That was 2000. Yeah, I think it was 2001. No, that was the first one. I want to say that was 2000. That was the first one. Philly was the second one, and then New Jersey was the third. Yeah,
that doesn't even count. You just could have played us in a pickup game.
Oh, Philly.
When did
Todd McCullough?
When did
shout out Todd McCullough? Matt Geiger.
When did KD pull Kode?
That was That was the Toronto. That was what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
19, right?
Yeah, I think 19.
Or was it 18?
I mean, you figured it might happen. I remember watching the video in slow mo, and you just see it go pop. And you're like, "Oh, that's gross."
I feel like I'm missing a year now. Now I gotta look it up.
Those
NBA
those poor chicken legs.
It was a partial then. And then he kept playing on it. That's what it was. They didn't tell anybody it was a partial.
I just remember seeing that video, and you see it pop in slow mo. You're like, "That's horrible."
Yeah, it tore. It tore then. And then when he played on it again, that's when it ruptured.
That was some gross stuff. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it was. So it was 19 then. Yeah.
Last three-peat, the Lake Show.
Lake Show.
Won't be another one.
It wasn't
At this rate.
that year. It was 4-2 that year, by the way. Cody. Pacers put up a fight.
It's a gentleman's sweep.
More what?
Gentlemen's
Gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, 6 games is a gentleman's sweep.
We'll give you 2, man. We'll give you 2.
More then it was 4-1 against the Sixers, and then they swept the Nets.
Yeah, that year was that year was nasty. And the first one, no, I think the net sweep was the year they only lost, I think, 2 games total in the playoffs. I think the net sweep was.
Yeah, that sounds right. I remember
Yeah.
that. I definitely remember that year.
So I think they lost 1 to Portland and 1 to Sacramento.
So are the Warriors gonna end it in Game 6?
Oh yeah, Dubb's a 6. I told y'all.
Nope.
I think it goes back. I think it's 7.
I hope you two are right.
Peyton Pritchard ain't gonna have a game of his life.
But I think Golden State wins.
Some goofy ass gonna have a game of their life.
Peyton Pritchard already had it. But like the default create a player on 2K.
I know when he's standing against Klay Thompson and he looks like Adam Cole against us.
Then it'll be Grant Williams in the next one.
Yeah, Grant Williams. There we go. All right. So switching over to just real quick baseball. In the American League, the Yankees have the best record. Well, the Yankees have the best record in baseball at 44-16. If they can hold out the top of the ninth, they'll be 45-16, and they've just been hot, not losing.
They're gonna get 120 wins to lose in the first round.
Yeah, I was gonna say do it in the playoffs. Do it in November. That's when the season ends.
Yeah,
do it in Thanksgiving.
That's when we're gonna do our MLB preview. Is gonna be October 15th. MLB preview. Mark it down. Mark it down.
Yeah, October 15th, MLB preview. So they're 8 games ahead of Toronto, and who's the second best team in the league besides Houston in the American League. That is, you got the Cleveland Guardians, 29-27, only 3.5 out of the Central. So looking pretty decent. Tampa Bay Rays 35-25, Red Sox 32-29, and those are your best teams, over 30 wins. Out in the NL, you've got the New Jersey Mets at 41-22.
They've been hot lately, haven't they?
They've won 2 in a row. No, your hot team's Atlanta. They've won 12 in a row.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Mets have won like 10 out of 12 though.
They went. Yeah, they started off hot though.
Mets are 6-4 in their last 10. So, but they were hot.
That's what they're gonna do this year. They're gonna be fucking hot, cold, hot, cold.
Hot and cold.
Yep. And no, the Braves have won 12 in a row to get them up to
about to be 13.
To get them up to 35-27. So they were 23-27 going into this streak. Your Cardinals 36-27, Dodgers 37-23, and Dubb's Cubbies, who are going to be in the World Series, 23-37.
Thank God we're not going to give him any money.
We each
What World
pledged $100.
Series is this?
We all pledged $100 if it was Cubs White Sox this year.
They're not even gonna make the Little League World Series. Let alone they ain't making the Little League World Series, the World Series of Poker, the College World Series, the Women's World
I was
Series.
going to say the
none of
softball
that.
World Series.
They ain't making no World Series of anything. They not even making the Cup Series, let alone the World Series.
They might.
They couldn't even make a series on Netflix.
So they can't make a mini series.
Ooh. England's already scared of the United States. They lost 4-0 to Hungary.
Who did?
England. Soccer only 4 months away. World Cup.
Men or
They might
women?
finish. They might finish the World Cup before the World Series is over.
You're probably
Yeah, the men or women?
The men.
Oh, they'll be home before the World Series start. They ain't winning shit. They ain't winning nothing. I'm backing the winners. Let me know when the women playing, so I can watch a winner.
When's the last time they won?
The women?
I think the last time they played was no.
Yeah, yeah.
Did they
What
win?
was the last World Cup? 2020? Yeah, last Women's World Cup they won.
That's what I thought. I couldn't remember. I'm trying to think.
I want to say it was 20, either 19 or 20.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to look this up too.
Before COVID, I think.
Yeah,
You just call me Stat Bear today. No, it was after COVID.
Oh, okay.
We just had it last year. I want to say.
Well, yeah.
I remember it being rather recent because all that shit came up with the pay and all that. It was very, very.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So yeah, it was either late in 2020 or early 2021.
God damn, I'm older than the Women's World Cup. I don't like that. It was founded in November of '91.
2019, pre-pandemic.
There you go.
Yeah, they beat the Dutch.
The Deutsch.
The
Before
Dutch.
that, they won in 15 against Japan.
Yeah, so they're back to back. They're going for a three-peat.
Yeah, they're going for a
Next
three-peat.
year.
That's what I'm
In
saying, man.
Australia.
They're going for a three-peat, and we want to talk about the man. Forget them losers.
There's been
Talk
well,
about them.
this is the problem is that there's been 8 Women's World Cups and the United States has won 4 of them.
Germany's won 2. Norway and Japan have each won 1.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the United States hasn't finished worse than third. So in 91, they beat. In 95, they finished third.
Yep.
In 99, they beat
Won
China.
again.
In 03, they finished third. In 07, they finished third. In 2011, they lost to Japan and they were the runner-up. And in 15, they won. So they've been in the last 3 World Cup final games.
So 15 was a rematch
Right.
with Japan, and they beat them.
Well, they did that to China too, if you look, because they beat China in 95 in the fourth place game. Then they beat them again in the finals of in 99.
Oh, no, I was saying Japan beat them in 11 for the title, and then they turned
Oh,
around and
yeah.
beat them for the title in 15.
And I beat them 5-2 too. They kicked shit out of them.
They're pissed, man. They get their money back. Was it around Pearl Harbor Day? Maybe they were pissed.
Yeah, same.
I was about to say they must
Up
have
to
been
the women.
that day.
The
So the men gotta win something.
Yeah, the first flight home.
You need to be more American, damn it.
I am.
Yeah,
I back
sing
a
it.
winner.
I am a real American.
Like any other American. I front run with the winning team.
I jumped to the winner.
Hey, by the way, speaking before we get into some other stuff, congratulations to Sylvania Northview baseball.
Yeah.
Winning the state title, was projected to finish 4th in the NLL. Come out and win a state title.
Speaking of getting hot at the right time.
Right.
Yeah, they said I think that's the first state title in any sport at Northview.
Congrats to them. They've been playing.
Sound like a bunch of boys that didn't go to prom.
Well, they've been playing little brother. They've been, basically little brother to Southview for years. But they've taken. I mean, they've always been what they're the better hockey team too. I believe.
They're the hockey school.
They're the hockey school. Obviously, baseball now, which is great for them. Football, and not so much.
Yeah, still won't be. They'll still suck at football.
Yep.
Hockey, I think in 2012 and 2014. So
They won state titles.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Really? I thought they said that they didn't. I thought they said this is the first state title ever for the school. Maybe it was just for baseball, but I thought they said for the school.
Yeah, because there's signs. Well, I remember when they won it, but there's signs, up and down a few roads out here that say, 2012, 2014 hockey championships. Championships.
I was down at our corporate office a few days ago, and I was driving. I always remember to look at their signs. State champions, St. Mary's state champions, boys and girls, each won a state championship in 2019 for what sport?
Swimming.
No, something like that. Not
Skiing.
swimming, but an off-the-wall sport.
Equestrian.
Lacrosse. Yeah, lacrosse.
Bear, what's something you're good at that not many people would know outside of maybe your close friends?
Bowling.
Yes.
They won't.
State championship in bowling for boys and girls in 2019.
That's awesome. Hey, I put it up.
Sound like
Hey,
sound
state
like
champs
some
is
more
state
boys that
champ.
didn't go to prom.
Didn't we have a bowling team?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was on it, Dick. Fuck
It's
yeah.
all right, fellas.
You weren't on the golf team though?
Bowling's winner, Bubba. I was a 2-sport athlete, so suck it.
What was your other sport?
Golf.
Were you on the golf team?
Yeah.
I couldn't
I was
remember.
too white for basketball.
Well, yeah, and
I was better than half the guys that played there, but you know how it is.
the who was
Politics.
yeah politics. That's right. They didn't know who Bear was yet. You go into the school now, all you see is Bear signs everywhere.
No, you still don't. I was just better than half of them. I'm not saying that I was good. Our guys basketball suck.
Who was Mossing your guys' golf coach?
Oh yeah.
Moss Dog.
The last year was that was when Phillips took over. I think was my senior year.
The because were you and Kode in the same class?
Yeah.
And he was on a golf team too, right?
That was Nick.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Didn't know Nick was.
I didn't know. Dude, talk about a bomber. My God. Just take him to outings just to hit drives.
Yeah, he's a dumbass because he probably could have been really good if he actually put his mind to it, but he decides instead he wants to play beer league hockey. So,
Dude, like I remember we played. I can't remember where it was. We're at an outing, and it was like 310 yards to the hole, and this dude goes over it by 20 yards. I had never.
I think that was Spite and Dival.
Yeah, and I'm just like sitting there like floored that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, by the way, Nick can drive, but we don't know where it's going. I'm like, all right, gone.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he put it into it, but he put any sort of work into his game. He probably could have. He probably could have been something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Savage Foundation golf outing next year. I got the date and invite June 12th next year. I think I will be the only one on my team hitting from the regular tees. So we're not going to take any of my drives, which will be awesome.
Well, sucks to suck.
But well, the one guy, two of the guys that are in there that'll be 65 next year, they both hit 230 to 270. So I'm like, sweet. From the senior tees is going to be great.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than playing with these old fucks who try to get up there. And I know damn well they shouldn't be up there. Like, if you're not on a walker, you shouldn't be able to walk up tees, old man. Get your ass back here.
I'll take it all day.
65. I can move every tee back. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you're better than me, Grandpa.
You still singing a regular flex shaft. You don't need put your ass to the white tees, man. Move your ass back.
Yeah, you're not using them old gray super senior tees. Nice try, though.
Yep. So, but anyway, yeah, that's something I didn't know, that you guys were all on the golf team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw this. Rossford, did you guys see this about Rossford Schools? What they've got going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their groundbreaking ceremony today for upcoming multi-purpose facility, golf simulators, batting cages, 3-lane track, and space for esports. It's gonna have all that stuff indoor.
And they still want to upgrade their football field?
Hell no, they're not a football school. They don't care.
Till someone falls down them steps. That's the worst football stadium in America.
Well, I'll be there in October, so
Don't fall down the steps.
I'm gonna have to come to one of your games, Dubb. Because you're a D-line coach now, right? Dubb?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, now.
Okay. Wait, so what are you guys in then? The track? I'm serious. I don't know. Hello?
Oh.
Buckeye League?
Yeah. NBC.
Northern Buckeye Conference?
All right, I'll have to look that up, see who's in it.
Mommy,
Yeah, Mommy's over there.
Mommy will be there.
That's a free win.
This year.
That's a free win. Yeah, you got Otsego, Rossford, Lake, Genoa.
Oh, God. You guys play at Lake?
No.
Damn it. Come on. It's on home from work.
Yeah, so you got Eastwood, Elmwood, Fostoria, Genoa, Lake, Otsego, Rossford, Woodmore.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I guess I'll go to the Rossford. I go to casino afterwards.
Heck yeah. What's the date? What's the date, Dubb? We're all coming. OTL Pod is we're gonna call an episode from the sidelines.
You said October.
You can go to Rossford, Kode. You'll be fine in Rossford.
Catching my black ass out there in October.
Trust me, you'll be fine in Rossford.
You just grab a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. You'll be fine.
Yeah, so I can hear, hey, he bought one of those for my wife.
And then we're just sitting there. So anyway,
Yeah.
I started blasting.
It's just, right. And sir, I don't know what wife looks like. Here she is right here.
Sir, that's your sister.
Get your head down real quick. Yeah, here, let me look at the top of your scalp. Let me see your scalp. Oh, I do know you. Okay.
Oh no, I was wrong. It's September 23rd.
September 23rd.
That's the first weekend I'm open. So yeah, that'll be good. I'll be there. I'll get my Otsego swag to go support your team.
I will not.
I know one of the teachers. I'll say it's to support her. It's really for Dubb.
They orange and black.
Yeah.
Nah,
Knights.
Good.
If you got some cool swag, Dubb.
I'll say if I can get that night off from the new gig, I'll go.
Yeah, how long are you gonna be on second shift?
Well, until I can find lower seniority to switch the bomb.
So
but then it might be a pay cut too though, so I don't know yet.
You don't know if you go to second or first?
Yeah.
Man, so we might be without you for a while on the show.
Yeah, man.
It's really gonna go back to the originals.
Salary, I know y'all might get more fans and everything.
Yeah.
I heard y'all took the black out of that OTL logo.
That's probably what the other half of our fans are. So if we'll lose them, we're going to be down to 5.
Yeah, we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble, Kode, with you leaving. You're taking a sabbatical.
There's probably a few of them out there like me. Oh no, that black dude ain't on there. Oh, I don't know.
You could phone it in on your lunch break, take a shit, whatever, call it in. to go back. Remember that time that Parrot
oh my gosh,
sat down on the toilet? We're like, dude, what are you doing? Taking a shit? Oh, I'm peeing. Wait,
God.
what?
Worst.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't want to make noise. Oh, we're like, dude, just mute and turn your camera off.
Maybe the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Burn that image in my head.
Yeah, Dubb, you'll have to let us know and see how it goes.
That's right. I mean, I'll be down the street, so I could. If it's in Rossford, I'd be down the street, so I could swing down.
Like, yeah, it'd be awesome.
And
I'll even get my old man to come down.
I'll be, hey, buddy, hey, you ain't none of your kids out that there field. Except how you know.
Except Dubb, my dad might just, he might not cheer you on. He just likes to play the heel. And I live in Rossford, yeah. So he'll cheer against you just because he likes playing the villain.
I probably will too, just because it's safer.
You better leave some tickets at will call for us too, Dubb. I don't want any of this bullshit. Man. I'm not paying.
Yeah, we don't pay for tickets around here, man.
Yeah. Don't make me go up there and be like, I know the coach. Which one?
Right.
The D-line coach. For who? The junior varsity. Just let me fucking like, come on.
No, he's the varsity D-line coach.
Hey, I know, but my joke was funnier when I said it my way.
Hey, man, he's worked hard for that.
Don't kill the league.
Because he's going to go from that. He's going to be the D-line coach at Otsego, and then he's going to become the D coordinator at Rossford.
Just run through the whole conference.
And then he's going to be the head coach at Fostoria.
Next thing you know, he'll be D-line coach in the XFL too.
Yeah, right. That's what's going to happen too. We're just sitting here like, he's going to be up there.
Should have got in with Bruce grad.
I should have said that. That sounds more like a lateral move though, right?
No, it would be if he was going to the U.S.
Bruce grad went from like to the XFL.
Right. So that's a lateral move. That's what I'm saying. I feel, I'm just saying, like, I feel with the little bit of football knowledge I have, I could probably get a spot on an XFL staff too.
Just pull up the Madden roster. We're gonna HB draw. Who's the HB? I don't know. Yeah. We're gonna run.
All I know is the marshmallow with a headset has a coaching job again, so it's okay.
Jesus,
old Wade Phillips,
and he'll still somehow make lose too, just like Jeff Fisher does in the USFL.
Right, he'll go 7-9.
How'd the USFL even do with ratings?
No, who the fuck knows? I couldn't. I watched, I think, like 10 minutes of the first game, and that's it. I haven't watched shit. Don't care. Couldn't. I don't even think I've seen a score over 24.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought they were all replays. To be honest with you.
Could see that.
I'd rather watch paint dry than the USFL.
Like, I didn't even know those were live games. Like, I'd rather watch Canadian football.
Everyone like gets all this big amped up shit. Like, we got to have football all the time. Like, no. Doesn't season wear anybody else out? God damn. Like, I don't want to see football. Now, don't get me wrong. Right now, I'm starting to get that itch again, but I don't want to see football after the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Especially this football. Maybe if it was arena, but nah. I'd rather watch
Arena Football League, man. I missed that. That was some good shit.
Arena was the best. I loved it.
Yeah, man. Seeing dudes get tackled into the boards, get flipped over into the crowd, man. Oh,
I love kicking off the little netting.
Oh, kicking off the net? Yeah.
That was awesome. Oh, yeah. I want to see, if I'm going to watch football in the summer, I want to see a 70-55 game. Give me that. Give me that. Give me a 50-yard field and let me see some dudes throw a football.
Either that or somebody just getting demolished.
That too.
Like, Jesus. If you're going to put football on outside of the NFL, at least make it be good. I don't want to see a bunch of dudes trying to make it.
Hey, they got a new Money in the Bank match presented by Papa John's. It's fantastic. If you can, well, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Turn your OnlyFans light off.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man.
Be a good match. You just gotta make a ladder match now.
No, it can't be make it a ladder match. You gotta make it a field match. Field sobriety.
It is.
Match.
It's a Money in the Bank. The winner has to grab the driver's license. It's a giant driver's license.
No, but you can't put a ladder up. You just gotta put a straight painted line up the ramp.
Neither of them would get it, man. No one would get it. That's why you gotta have the ladder.
Got Iron Man, man.
It's been the longest Iron Man match, and we're tied at 0, 70 minutes in. Jeff and Jay still haven't walked a straight line yet. No, we've watched Jeff drink 4 more fucking 40s.
Oh man.
You know,
Oh, Jeff's under the ring. You know what? He's coming out. He's gonna pull out some plunder. We're gonna get a ladder or maybe a table. Oh no, we got a duffel bag. A duffel bag of what? Oh, are those thumbtacks? No, just some Vicodin.
Oh, Mark Eaton's gonna be throwing him Vicodin from across the way, just like Stone Cold.
What'd you say?
Cans, you'll see pill bottles fly across.
I thought you were I thought you were saying something serious because I was going to go on that, because about the whole sponsor and then you went with that picture, but I guess Little Caesars got the sponsor deal for the NFL over Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut no longer the sponsor.
I saw that. I saw they changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they changed, man.
That means more Little Caesars pizza for me this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, serious question though.
Pizza Hut's overrated.
Like, do you think St. Francis could beat the XFL team? Like, seriously?
No.
I think they get him a run for their money, man. Just saying.
That's not St. Francis.
I'm just saying.
No, man. Otsiego's going to play the worst team in the XFL. Dubb's going to get a coaching gig. Yeah, because they're going to trade coaches. So Dubb, that's how he's going to become D coordinator of an XFL team.
So you're gonna just trade the one white, the one bald head white dude for the other bald white head, or the other white bald head dude.
Whoa.
We're just gonna trade one bald head for another.
Man,
they're gonna be all big red. This is where you belong.
So we don't really know who the teams are right now, do we? Either in the XFL?
I don't think so.
It's pretty. It might be the same because I saw Bob Stoops is back.
Yeah.
Again?
Bob Stoops is back. Wade Phillips, Hines Ward, Rod Woodson, Terrell Buckley, Jim Haslett, Anthony Beck, Reggie Barlow.
Jesus. Oh boy. That's how you gotta get your start, huh, Hines? Say, look here, buddy. Look here, buddy. We're gonna bring you in for this token interview, but you gotta get you some experience somewhere. So you go down there to that there XFL, and we'll promise we'll bring you back some point in time. We'll wait till you're about 50 years old and nobody knows who you are, and then Tony Dungy will be dead, so he probably won't be able to vouch for you. But we'll say he vouched for you anyway, and we'll bring you in as a head coach.
Yeah, I just wonder where the teams are going to be. So they're who's their exclusive broadcast partner? Oh, the Walt Disney Company and ESPN. So
Yeah, that's right. They got
ABC.
Yeah. They on the big networks.
Well, yeah, Disney's got to appease Dwayne.
Nah, they owe him. They owe Dwayne for the Tooth Fairy. That's why they. That's probably all he said too. He's like, "Look, we got this football league. We need to put it on TV." I'm like, oh, well, why should we do that? And he just slides a DVD copy of the Tooth Fairy across the table. This is why.
Does look like it's still Dallas. They could reclaim the Dallas Renegades name. San Antonio. Huh.
But they own all that stuff, right?
Well, XFL is going to Houston for 2023, Vegas, Seattle, St. Louis, DC. Wade Phillips will be Houston, Bob Stoops, Dallas, Hines Ward, San Antonio, Barlow, DC, Haslett, Seattle, Buckley, Orlando, Woodson, Vegas, Becht, St. Louis.
We got Hines Ward in Dallas. That's what you said.
San Antonio.
Oh, San
Bob Stoops is
Antonio.
Dallas.
Oh, ooh, Jesus. So yeah, let's put the Oklahoma dude in the middle of Texas.
Well, he was. He was with the
Yeah.
Dallas Renegades when it came back before.
Damn.
So he said we were Renegades fans. They had a sweet logo.
Gonna have JR blaspheming against Oklahoma. I know y'all can't do that, XFL.
Yeah, we'll see. They're going to keep 5 teams from the original: DC Defenders, St. Louis Battlehawks, Dallas Renegades, Houston Roughnecks, Seattle Dragons. And they're going to Vipers proposed move to Orlando, 2 new teams in San Antonio and Vegas. They're replacing the New York Guardians and LA Wildcats. So the Vipers must have been, where were they before? Oh, the Tampa Bay Vipers. So they're moving to Orlando. Interesting. We'll see. So speaking of going back to Jeff Harvey, his daddy, Tony Khan, said, put out that tweet and official statement. We were able to resume contact with Jeff Hardy this afternoon. AEW does not condone Jeff's alleged behavior. I love that it's alleged. We've made it clear to Jeff that we'll assist him in getting treatment for substance abuse issues, which he has indicated that he's open to receiving. In the interim, he is suspended without pay, and he can only return to AEW upon successfully completing treatment and maintaining his sobriety. If you or a loved one needs help, please reach out to SAMHSA's National Helpline, 1-800-662-HELP. Tony Khan.
Tony Khan needs some help.
And per that report on ESPN, Jeff Hardy's 2 blood alcohol tests were 0.294 and 0.291. 3.7 times the legal limit.
But it was all alcohol, though?
I think so.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
It's
He working. Is he working? Listen, if you mean to tell me I went from WWE, the worst bump I was taking was running down the ramp, chasing the little dude in a gi for the 24/7 title, and then I got to go down south, and you want me working once a week, but I got to jump off ladders, go through tables, and do all the shit that I was doing 20 years ago that put me in the position that I was before, to where I needed all these pain pills and stuff. Nah, man.
It's Jeff Hardy.
If all he was doing it, nah, man, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He been clean for too long, man.
What?
Like
a year?
Hey, think about what he was taking and what he was doing. He been clean for longer than a year.
No. He just got, they let him go because he was drunk.
No, he walked out. He walked out. I mean, how else you gonna get out of that WWE contract except for make them look bad in public? Because you know you can't be hurt. Look at Rey Mysterio. He's still working off a damn contract from like 2012.
more like 2002.
Because they keep adding dates onto his contract from knee injuries.
Yeah, like, that's never gonna end.
Yeah, man. Like I'm serious, man. I'm giving Jeff benefit of the doubt. Like he's probably just like, you know what? I'm ready to go home. What can I do to go home to where I can go home and I can still look like a baby face? You know what? I'm gonna think it over while I'm drinking this 12-pack.
And then drive home.
And then drive home. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go for a drive. I mean, that's unfortunately he made that bad decision. But I mean, think about it, man. I don't know, man. You couldn't. If the worst thing he can worry about with AEW is not getting paid, yeah, I'd take that chance. I mean, look at the shit he was getting put through on AEW, man. They had him going through tables, diving on top of Sting. I'm Jeff Hardy.
At 78.
Man.
78.
Whew.
Nothing wrong with Jeff Hardy.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got to think of his tolerance, too. I bet he's probably out there walking straighter lines than Jey Uso.
Yeah, you're probably right. You were probably right, my friend. The I was going to mention too. They said what was that with Andrade? I'm sure you've seen it, Cody. He's not going to be able to reunite with what is it?
Oh yeah, there won't be a no Los Ingobernales.
Yeah, with Andrade, Rush, and Naito.
Right.
Because of the contract he had with CMLL and AAA.
Yeah,
Not
there's
allowed
beef.
to work with New Japan wrestlers.
Yeah, there's beef with CMLL, AAA, and New Japan.
They're doing that with Ray Phoenix and Penta too.
Yeah. I can't remember why it started and when it started, but I know there's a beef between those organizations. So
yeah, with CMLL and AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Mexico beef. That's a whole nother thing.
Yep. So we're not going to see that. And then we're going to talk about Dominion here in a minute. But what I found fantastic is guess who's returning? Did you guys see that? Who returns to Raw next week?
Sasha.
Oh, Elias.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sasha's on SmackDown next week. My bad.
Elias is coming back. So he's got a week to grow that beard.
I thought Shayna was coming back.
Oh, he's coming too. He's going to fight at SummerSlam. You know he's going to fight Theory at SummerSlam. They've been calling each other out.
Oh, Lord.
Cena and Austin Theory.
Oh, yeah.
Like to ask Cena, who's your favorite wrestler? Theory. Current wrestler Theory. Who's your who do you think deserves an attitude adjustment? And he goes, Theory.
So they really trying to get this Austin Theory thing off the ground, huh?
Well, Vince is well behind that. He thinks he's the next face of the WWE.
Yeah, he thought the same thing about Drew McIntyre.
I think Theory could do it though. Better than Drew. He's better on a mic than Drew. Much better.
I just have a feeling that Theory isn't going to be a good face. I think he's a lot better heel, so you can't.
No, he can be. Company. Yeah, well, like right now, Roman's the quote unquote face of the company, but a heel.
Yeah, but people still don't. Now that he's a heel, people are liking him though. Everyone hated him face, even though he was still the most popular guy.
Right. Roman has always been the most popular guy.
No one's buying Austin Theory merchandise as a heel.
No, exactly.
People buying Roman merchandise no matter the fuck what, because they come cool shit.
Right. Yeah. Even when
heel shirts are fucking awesome.
God mode.
Yeah. And even when they hated Roman Reigns being pushed the way he was, it wasn't because it was Roman Reigns. They hated the way he was being pushed.
Yeah.
Like they didn't hate, Roman Reigns, the character, or even the person, like hell, they had loved to hate the dude, kind of like now, like,
It's just like Cena was. They did the same shit.
Yeah.
Crap on him too. So do.
I don't know. It's something about Cena. I don't know, man. I don't trust him. I don't know. Just something.
What do you not trust?
I don't know. It's just kind of like The Rock. It's just something like disingenuous about, like, I don't know, man.
You don't think The Rock is genuine?
No, there's a motive behind everything he does. You can tell.
Come on.
Oh, you can tell. There's a motive behind everything.
You mean to
tell me after all these years you decided to buy Ming a truck? You could have bought Ming a whole lot full of trucks over the last 25 years.
But he's buying everybody trucks though. And
right,
houses.
That's what I'm saying. He's buying everybody trucks and houses.
What was it, Harvey Whippleman? Didn't he give him a truck?
Right, he could have bought Harvey Whippleman a damn truck 25 years ago when he was still.
He had $8 in his pocket.
$7. $7.
Is that what it is? $7.
Yeah,
Sorry, not 8.
Yeah,
$7.
$7.
Same damn thing. JR gave an extra $1. He's already got. Hey kid, got a little extra cheese in your wallet this week. We'll be all right. Yeah. I gave you an extra.
All right.
Right. Yeah, man. Like The Rock looked like that type of dude that'll get a homeless man like a $5, but he'll post it online because he gave him a $5 bill. Like that's the type of, and then Cena, he'll take the homeless dude out to eat, but he gonna take him out to eat where everybody can see it and take a picture of him taking him out to eat.
Well, yeah, where the hell else he gonna go? It's John Cena. know who he is.
Yeah, where's he gonna
Throw
go?
him in his house? He ain't gonna take no homeless man to his nice house.
He doesn't let
Fuck that
anybody
shit.
touch his
Take him
house.
to McDonald's.
Right.
His
Hell,
house
he
is a
ain't even let
museum.
Nikki. Yeah, he ain't even let Nikki Bella touch his house.
Yeah, I know.
He knows he
Like,
was gonna try and take it.
we're having a formal dinner tonight. I'm like, man, this dude's nuts.
Yeah, man.
mean-
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm sorry. I think you are over the line with those comments you just made.
It's
I
because he supports Terry. Terry is a genuine human being.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that motherfucker. That's where they learned it from. That motherfucker. Fuck that dude. That motherfucker right there. That's the one he'll make a movie out of the whole goddamn thing. He's like, yeah, brother, I found this homeless man on the street, and he looked at me and he said, brother, I know who you are, and I know you could probably help me out. But I've been saying my prayers and taking my vitamins, the little ones that I can find in the trash, but I just need some help. So I took him home and I bought him some clothes. Not only did I buy him some clothes,
He's like, I took
bought
him
him a clothes factory.
to Hogan's Beach Shop in Clearwater. By the way, visited it on Saturday. I'll be there for a signing, and got him some clothes.
I took him to the beach shop, brother, and I called Vince up, and I said, Vince, I need some clothes for this brother here. He's down on his luck. So I took him up to the WWE warehouse, and I got him every Hulk Hogan shirt he could find, brother. And after that, I took him down. I took him down to Abdullah's rib shack, and we ate the buffet there. And I said, Abdullah, you're a damn good cook, brother. You know, Terry, Abdullah's restaurant's been out of business the last 5 years, man. He went out of business 5 years ago. Well, I took him down there, brother, and we had a good meal. And as we had that meal, brother, I ran into Teddy Long. And you know, me and Teddy Long go way back to those NWA days, brother. And I told him, I said, Teddy, I know you know some people. Call up Doom, call up Butch Reed, call up Ron Simmons, call up Rodney Mack, and we're gonna go to the cookout, brother. Because you know they all love me at the cookout. And yeah, man.
Rodney Mack.
Yeah.
Is he even still alive?
Yeah, Rodney Mack's still out here, man. Don't kill off Rodney Mack.
Well, Butch Reed's dead, so that's impossible. He ain't gonna be at the cookout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like Terry, Butch Reed can't come to the cookout, man. He can't. Oh, well, I didn't know he couldn't make it. No, Terry, he did.
No, Terry, you did.
No. You guys must be talking about another. You hung out last week.
Right.
Come on, brother. You
Right.
walked into the
No,
shop.
I just talked to Hacksaw last. No, Terry, that's Hacksaw Jim Duggan, not Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Did you guys snort some coke while you were there, Terry? Oh, brother, come on. No, brother. That doesn't work for me, brother. That doesn't work for me. Brother.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, man, it just nah, dude. Terry, the type of motherfucker, he'll want the Nobel Peace Prize because he dropped some change in the dude's cup. So,
hey, brother, I went this whole week without saying the N word, so someone got to give me an award, give me an Emmy or something. I did a good job this week.
Man, I once wrestled in Switzerland once. I was in Switzerland. That was while I was wrestling, 4 nights a week and wrestled 3 times in one day because I switched time zones. So I still got time. You switch time zones when you go from the United States to Japan to Brussels, and so I ended up gaining 3 hours, and in that time I wrestled 4 matches. All Broadways.
And I was over in everyone, brother. Drop the leg and all.
Right. But that was where, me and Andre, that was Andre's homecoming match. And that was the second time I broke my back. That fucking guy, man.
That's when Linda left me for the young gun. Broke my back, couldn't get it up anymore. Right. The old thermos went soft.
The old thermos.
Right. Yeah.
Soft.
Speaking of thermos, I had to deal with Yeti thermoses, but I missed that phone call. So I got stuck with with the Terry keep your drink hot thermos.
Carrie.
And unfortunately, my son Nick, he had some drink in his thermos that was a little too hot. Got on the Autobahn and drove a little too fast and took a curve too fast and
What
we had
the
to
hell
figure
is
out what to
that?
do with his passenger. Oh God, is it really a thermos?
No, it's a Thunder
No.
mixer. I think
Oh,
Shib bought me
Jesus.
that, and I was laughing hysterically. Hulk
Oh,
Hogan
Lord.
Thunder mixer. Now you can mix up your favorite recipes anywhere and anytime in just seconds. It's so easy.
Oh
Brother.
Lord, is that his
Doesn't say brother
weed
on it.
grinder?
Yeah, the
That's
quickest
his
and easiest way to mix.
that's his weed grinder.
Yep.
That's how I got that idea, brother, for the weed grinder. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have had a weed grinder. 'Cause I was on tour with the Stones, and I just happened to be in England playing backup for Jimi Hendrix one night. He needed a guy to play bass. You know, there's a reason why I came out the Voodoo Child. About brother.
Hulk Hogan
And-
Thunder mixer.
Mm.
Paid for by Cody Bryant.
My Cody Bryan's fandom.
Oh my gosh, dude. I wouldn't piss on the beach shop if it was on fire.
I enjoyed it. That's where I'm gonna buy you more swag. Next time I'm at the beach shop,
Man.
Clearwater or Orlando, getting Cody a Hulkamania shirt.
Buy me a big gold. Buy me a big gold belt down there and let them swear to you that it's authentic. Oh,
I'm gonna
I'm
have
only
him-
going if Brooke there.
I'm having him sign a belt too. I'm buying a signed belt. To Cody Bryant.
Tell him
Sorry.
tell him leave his phone number on it so I can call him. Give him a call. I got some work for him.
Yeah, he's gonna work RPW in August.
Tell him his son get a job too. We hire felons.
Oh Jesus! So, real quick, as we'll start wrapping this down. So, New Japan Dominion. We'll just talk about some of the main matches here. They had the tag team match for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. United Empire, Great O'Con and Jeff Cobb beat the Bullet Club. So United Empire are your new tag team champions. Pretty good. What do you think of that?
Hey, there's supposed to be, I think they're going to probably be on Forbidden Door. So, I mean, why not give United Empire some belts and let them add to the collection of belts on AEW? There's already 25 of them.
Right. And then one of the other main matches, Hiroshi Tanahashi beat Hiroki Goto in a singles match. So he's facing Jon Moxley for the interim AEW championship at Forbidden Door. I hope Tanahashi walks out with the title. He's not going to walk out with the AEW championship, but wouldn't it be awesome? That's we're 2 weeks away from that.
Is that a pay-per-view or is that just on TNT or some shit?
I believe it's
Forbidden
pay-per-view, isn't it?
Door. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's taking place in Chicago Sunday, June 26th, 8 p.m.
Okay.
Right now, you
So
got
he's going back to the Chicago well, huh?
Yep, you got Mox against Tanahashi, and then you got Pac versus Malachi Black or Penta, which
Again?
probably won't happen. No, keep going. Versus Miro or Ethan Page versus Homa or Clark Connors or Ishii or Kanemaru. 4-way match for the inaugural AEW All Atlantic Championship.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
even though Japan's in the Pacific. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Shingo Takagi beat Tachi, or is it Tachi? What is it? Cody? Tai Chi. 11-10. 10-minute unlimited pinfall scramble match. He won 11-10 in a 10-minute match.
Nice.
Carl Anderson beat Tama Tonga to win the Never Openweight Championship. Will Ospreay
Huh.
beat Sonata for the United States Heavyweight Championship. And then Jay White beat Okada. And you saw the video I sent you guys. That was great.
Mhm. They always have a good match, though. Okada and Jay White.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 36-minute match.
Yeah. Means Okada could do it to anybody.
Okada's got to be like 1,000 years old now, right?
Dude, Okada's not even 30.
No, not Okada. I'm thinking of Tanahashi.
Tanahashi, yeah.
Okada's 34.
Oh,
and
he is 34?
Yeah, he's been the champ several times too, hadn't he? How many times
Right.
has he won it?
Yeah. I say he's a 3 or 4-time champion.
Yeah, he's had to have won it quite a few times.
Well, he's getting ready to take some time off, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, word on the street, you got a little Okada coming on the way. The Rainmaker made it rain. So we're gonna have a little thunderstorm out here coming.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Tanahashi's who I was thinking of. He's 45, I think.
Yeah, he's up there, man.
Yep. No, so we'll see what happens as they add more matches to Forbidden Door. We'll talk more about it as it happens.
Yeah, and they may bring back Mylanta. Oh my gosh. Damn. What was Kenny Omega's partner? The gold Ibushi. Kode Ibushi might be back.
Ibushi, yeah.
Yeah, he might be back for Forbidden Door. Which that whole thing was wild. I don't know if you had seen any of that saga.
Mm-mm.
He had there was a beef between him and one of the guys in the office. And so what ended up happening was Ibushi got on social media and just started airing everybody out. So basically it'd be like if Sasha Banks and Naomi just started getting on social media and naming names and telling why they weren't getting pushed. And Ibushi pretty much he walked out. They had words, him and this guy, one of the higher ups, they had words, and then he retaliated through Gato and like through his booking. And they just went back and forth. It was kind of a tit for tat for about 4 months. And when Ibushi finally came back, they just they suspended him and fined him. So he should be coming back pretty soon here too. So I wouldn't doubt he'll make a surprise appearance at Forbidden Door, or even in the G1. Or no, not in the G1. He's not in the G1. They just announced that field, which is getting ready to start. So,
we'll see, man.
Yeah, so I wouldn't doubt he'll make an appearance maybe at Forbidden Door. Especially with I don't think Kenta is coming over. He's injured or was nursing an injury, so he might not be coming over. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't even announced for the G1 either.
Well, we've got time.
Right. So, but yeah, they've already announced all the members of the participants. He is in it. They got him in the G1, Kenta. So we'll see, man. I don't know. See if he'll work his way through it, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who do you think's going to come out? Well, we got time. We'll get to that when we get to it. When is the G1, by the way?
The G1 starts because this year ended the field. So they expanded the field to 28 guys, and that starts July 16th. July 16th to August 18th. Yeah.
So we got a month. So as we get closer, we'll cover that when we get to it. But we're going to wrap this thing up with the state of Washington. Washington State is the only state named after a president.
Which
Of
one?
course, Lincoln.
Hmm.
The Boeing camouflaged a secret bomber maker during World War II by building a fake neighborhood in Washington. That's pretty wild. Washington, there's a bike in a tree. Okay. Weird. Spokane, Washington is the smallest city to host the World's Fair. Let's see.
Back to that bike in a tree. I think I've seen that picture before, where like this bike was just like sitting there.
It was sitting there, yeah. Didn't the tree grow around it? Yeah.
An actual pig war was almost occurred in Washington, where people almost fought over a pig. Great. Longview, Washington is home to bridges built to cater specifically to squirrels. The Nutty Narrows Bridge. Love it. The Codger Bowl in Washington was played in 1988, was a rematch of a game played in 1933 by 60-plus-year-old men. It's illegal to kill Sasquatch in Washington.
Oh yeah, I forgot they consider them an endangered species or protected species or something out there, just in case you do find one.
Yeah. I do love the jerky. Father's Day was created in Spokane, Washington. Father's Day is this weekend. Arctic, Washington was supposed to be named Arta, but the application was misread. Perfect. Washington State grows and produces more apples than any other state. They account for 65% of all fresh apple production in the country. 95% of all apple exports to markets across the globe. In Wilbur, Washington, it's illegal to ride an ugly horse.
How would you know if a horse is ugly or not?
That's a weird, yeah.
They have the world's longest floating bridge. The world's first gas station was in Seattle. Long Beach, Washington boasts the world's
$10
largest
right there right now.
boasts the world's largest frying pan. Seattle has the biggest percentage of residents with college degrees. They have an official dance, the square dance.
Nah, they stole that.
Yeah. Wild horses are funny. Now they mention horses being beautiful animals often found on the west side of the United States. Running freely in deserts and farm-like areas, they are more often in Indian reservations. If you're looking for wild horses in Washington, you'll find 12,000 of them roaming in Yakima Indian Reservation.
They got some weird obsession with horses there.
There are plenty of states across America which are home to volcanoes, active or otherwise. Washington included. The Ring of Fire refers to 10 volcanoes that line the state. Of the 10, 5 of them are major volcanoes and part of the Cascade Range: Mount Baker, Mount Rainier, Glacier Peak, Mount Adams, and Mount St. Helens. Mount Rainier is also the highest place in Washington, reaching 14,410 feet above sea level. Man, a lot of bald eagles in Washington. They have many well-known cities throughout the state. Seattle, perhaps the most well-known of them all, but it's not the state capital. What is it? Dubb.
Tacoma.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it Tacoma?
What'd you say, Dubb? Can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Olympia.
Thank you. So that's enough for Washington. So thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, Crandall's Quality Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DatingTransformation.com, and Sparty Steve. We'll see you next week for one episode with Peapod returning to the show. Again, we're going to have the sports update, and trivia will be back with Jeremy, hopefully. And we're going to do push, bury, or cut 1990s WCW. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Don't get in trouble with those horses, Washington.
Well, you know something. I fought Sasquatch once, and we main evented WrestleMania 22, and I fought that Sasquatch, and I had the apples, and I had Mount Olympus, and I had Mount Rainier down the volcano, brother, and I put that Sasquatch down for the 1, 2, 3.
Hogan ever rode a horse?
Only an ugly one.